Hello everyone. Dr. Ratio is a 5-star character from the imaginary element who follows the path of hunt. A candid and self-centered Intelligentsia Guild member, who often conceals his appearance with a strange plaster sculpture. He demonstrated unparalleled intelligence and talent since his youth, but now refers to himself as a Mundanite. He firmly believes that intellect and creativity are not confined to geniuses. He seeks to distribute knowledge to the entire universe to cure the persistent disease named ignorance. In this video, we will talk about his best light cones, relics, and team comps. First, let's summarize his kit. Dr. Ratio's skill, Intellectual Midwifery, deals imaginary damage to a single target. His talent, Cogito, Ergo Sum, gives him a fixed 40% chance to launch a follow-up attack after using his skill, against the same target dealing imaginary damage. Both are based on his attack stat. Each debuff on the target increases the chance to launch a follow-up attack by 20%. His ultimate, Syllogistic Paradox, deals imaginary damage based on his attack to a single target and applies Wiseman's Folly. If Dr. Ratio's allies attack an enemy affected by Wiseman's Folly, he'll use his follow-up attack against this target. This can be triggered 2 times and only affects the latest enemy to be hit by his ultimate. Dr. Ratio has a signature light cone, which is called Baptism of Pure Thought and provides a powerful boost to critical hit rate. In addition, it increases the wearer's critical hit damage for every debuff on the enemy target, stacking up to 3 times. When using their ultimate, the wielder receives the Disputation effect for 2 turns, which increases the overall damage dealt by them as well as allowing their follow-up attacks to partially ignore the enemy's defense. This light cone perfectly complements Ratio's playstyle. If you are looking for something more accessible, you can go for Sleep Like the Dead or Cruising in the Stellar Sea. In terms of 4-star options, Swordplay and Only Silence Remains are 2 very good options. Dr. Ratio requires more attack, critical hit rate, and critical hit damage to maximize his DPS output. Boosting his follow-up attack damage is a good idea as well, since that's ultimately where most of his damage is coming from. The best relic set for Dr. Ratio is Wastelander of Banditry Desert or Ashblazing Grand Duke, if you're focusing on more damage from his follow-up attacks. The best ornament set for Dr. Ratio is Inner Salsato. This ornament set will increase the wearer's crit rate by 8%. Additionally, when the wearer's crit rate increases by 50% or higher, ultimate and follow-up attack damage increases by 15%. The main stat on the body should be crit rate or crit damage, on feet, speed, on the planar sphere, attack percentage, or imaginary damage boost, and on the rope, attack percentage. As for the substats, you should focus on crit rate, crit damage, speed, and attack percentage. Dr. Ratio is a character that relies on follow-up attacks. Therefore, the best characters you can pair alongside Dr. Ratio are Topaz, Silver Wolf, and Luocha. Additionally, you can also go for a mono-imaginary team with Dr. Ratio, Welt, Luocha, and Yakong. If you are looking for a free-to-play team, you can go for something like Dr. Ratio, Yakong, Natasha, and Asta. I hope you find this video useful. If so, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Good luck.